Give it a while. People will take a while to join. Yeah. Whoa, roller coaster.
Transportation.
I know, right? Okay, we are live, human beings. Okay, I see myself. Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this TikTok Live today. I know it's pretty early, but thank you so much for joining me on this brand new series of Around the World in Mandai. And today, we're going to be traveling around the world right here in Bird Paradise. And I would like to introduce you to my very, very knowledgeable tour guide, Danny.
Hi everyone, I'm Danny. I'm the tour guide here in Bird Paradise.
Okay, so we're going to be going through 10 different zones. It includes 8 large walkthrough aviaries. So let's start on our journey today, okay? We're going to be here for about an hour showing you around Bird Paradise, and it's really, really exciting because we're going to be really getting up close and personal with the birds as well. And do make sure that you guys stay with us because we're going to be giving away tickets right here to Bird Paradise as well. So Danny, I want you to tell me a little bit more about Bird Paradise as a whole.
Alright, so Bird Paradise is actually one of Asia's largest bird park, and it's recently opened last year, towards the end of the year. So originally it was the Jurong Bird Park, and we decided to move over here to Mandai because we have better facilities here, and we're trying to reduce the carbon footprint that Jurong Bird Park had back then.
So what about birds? And again, I know it's a bird park, but how many birds do we have right here in Bird Paradise?
Ooh, okay, so we have more than 3,600 birds here, and there's over 400 species of birds.
400
Yes.
species? Do the avian keepers know all the species that are here?
I'm pretty sure they do. So different aviaries will have different team of avian keepers here to take care of them.
I guess that's why the Bird Paradise has actually got its name as the Asia's largest bird park, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, okay, that's so crazy, all right. So it is also, let's talk a little bit about a place that we just walked by,
Yes.
Wing Sanctuary. What is the area there?
Okay, so Wing Sanctuary is a place where we actually have our endangered hornbill species here. We actually have the largest collection here. And you can see the great white hornbill, we also have the trumpeted hornbill, and also we have a special guest over there, we have our Philippine eagle as well.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So right now, what we're going to be doing is actually going to our first country. We're going to be visiting a whole different bunch of countries, right?
Yeah.
So we mentioned so many zones,
Yes.
right? How many countries can we expect right here in Bird Paradise? Give me a rough estimate.
I would say at least 5.
At least 5, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to be visiting 3 today. So I want you guys who are viewing right now, right, to try and guess which is the first country we're going to. Comment down below, spam the comments, make a guess. What country do you think we're going to be visiting first, alright? It's really exciting because I know for a fact that this is a country that I've actually been to, and I absolutely love this country as well. We'll talk more about it in just a little bit, but keep on spamming in the comments. I've got you guys right here with me as well, so I want to see what your guesses are, okay? First we see Australia, Brazil.
Brazil, it's interesting.
Oh, we've got people saying the right answer as well. So we'll get Malaysia because it's the nearest. Well, we're gonna go somewhere pretty near Singapore as well. But right now, today, what we're gonna be doing is the first country we're visiting is Africa, and a place that I'm not very sure I know how to pronounce. Nyanga?
Close.
Nyanga?
Is the Yonghui Forest, heart of Africa.
Okay. All right, this is so cool. So, how do you properly pronounce this?
Okay, so you know ni, so ni, the young person young,
That's
and
not
then
me though.
Nyonghui.
Nyanghui. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
guys don't know, Nyanghui Forest is actually in Rwanda. It's a real place. It's based up on the Natural Reserve Park, which is really, really cool. But this is essentially what Bird Paradise is trying to achieve with the whole aesthetic of the bridge and everything. So do make sure that if you guys are in Bird Paradise, you head on over to the Nyanghui Forest, heart of Africa. But we're going to show you exactly what it is right now, okay? We're going to immerse you in this space. So let's go, let's go. To the people who guessed it right, Africa is the first place. Africa is the first place, but we've got 3 other places as well, okay? So let's go and check this place out. Where we're going right now is to a place called a transition zone. It's really interesting because this is where we get to see little facts about the birds as well, okay? At this place, wow. Oh my gosh, okay, the one other thing I love about this place, aircon.
Correct. I think this is everyone's favorite place.
The air condition. No, but the great thing about this is that it's not just only air conditioned. because look at this place. There's so many facts around the world here, and it's so crazy. This is the one that I really enjoy, okay? Look, dressed for a date. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Okay, so I'll just take one very common bird, for example, the peacock. So we all know that usually the male birds are the prettier birds, or the prettier looking ones. Yeah, and also, okay, you can see over here the feathers. So usually the male peacocks or the male birds are the one that's attracting the female, whereas the female peacock, which we call the peahen, is actually slightly brownish in color. So why they are brown in color is actually to protect the eggs when they are nesting.
Oh, wow.
So they can camouflage with like the forest ground.
Okay, let's take a seat over here.
Oh, yes.
Right, and show everybody that this is one of the many photo opportunity spots that we have right here in Bird Paradise. And this is where I can spread my wings.
Yes.
Right? But are these the feathers of a male or a female?
This is the feathers of a male, but this
male?
is a different kind of bird. It's a great Argus pheasant.
Wow, okay. So right before we walk into the heart of Africa, right, be prepared and again stay on this TikTok live, because what we're going to be doing in just a little bit is we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets right here to Bird Paradise, all right? So let's go, we're walking straight in, and the first thing I see is this amazing set of trees. Wow.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about this,
Okay,
Danny?
so this is actually a replica of our sycamore fig tree. So what's so special about the tree is that from what I heard, it is almost a million years old, and it can grow up to about 10 meters high.
A million years old?
Yes.
So is this real?
No, this is really the artificial one,
Oh,
like
okay.
the replica.
But what we're trying to do is just basically, like,
Yes.
we're right here in Africa.
Correct.
I love this so much. It's like, so Jurassic.
Just without the dinosaurs.
So this is really cool as well, right? I like
Yeah.
this stone wall over there. What are the
Ah.
birds that are perched right on top?
Okay, those are our board ibises, and this cliff is actually the bee eaters cliff. So our bee eaters right now, they're a bit curious because we recently just introduced them into the aviary. So if you didn't notice, it's actually half Africa, the largest aviary that we have here, and it's over 80 species of birds.
Wow.
So if you're lucky, you might be able to spot all 80 if you are willing to explore.
These are called bored.
Bald
Oh,
ibises.
bored. I thought
Yeah.
bored. I'm like,
Bored.
they're not bored. They're not
Yeah.
bored.
I like to call them the old man ibises.
Now the other thing that I really like to do is we're gonna walk, right? We have this whole space and this whole windy road of bridges. We're gonna walk to this place where we can get closer to the birds.
Yes.
But is there a reason why the bridge is kind of shaped this way?
So we actually built around the secondary forest that was originally here in Mandai. And we also wanted to take guests on this experience where you can explore the different levels of the forest. So we'll be taking you from the ground level all the way up to a bird's eye level.
Wow.
And speaking of bird's eye, if you look over there,
Those are weavers.
yeah, that's right. So you can spot one of our weaver's bird's nest. So this is a very good area to talk about how the birds are very comfortable here in the new park. And if you look over there, if you're thinking where they can get the materials, you see there's a botak tree over there.
Oh, so they grab the materials from there to make.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they fly all around the aviary, pick up different leaves and sticks, and then they'll start weaving up their nest.
So if a bird ever needs to find material to weave, I've got a lot of hair here. They can probably do that as well, right?
Yeah.
So yes, it's a lot of greenery here as well, right? Are all the trees that are here native to Africa as well?
From what I know, most of them are actually from the forest.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're still in this space walking around the whole area. We're walking in the heart of Africa right now. And the one thing that I love about Mandai Wildlife Reserve, Bird Paradise, is that we get to interact with the birds, we get to interact with the animals. And today, I want to ask you, is there any chance that I could actually feed any animals?
I would say yes.
Okay, so do you know what we would be feeding at all?
Yes, we'll be feeding our starlings over here, which is one of the larger population of birds in this aviary.
Okay.
And you might be joined by their other fellow residents as well.
Okay.
But do you know what food we're going to feed the birds?
I have no idea, and I hope that we're going to find out in a little bit as well.
Yes.
But I know that something's a bit different now. When I was younger and I came over, you could actually buy the food on the spot. But what about now?
Okay, now because we're trying to reduce because usually we used to issue receipts, right?
Yep.
So right now we're trying to make everything to go online. So you only can purchase the feeding tickets online or
Okay.
through our Mandai app.
Okay, so if you guys are in Mandai Wildlife Reserve, make sure you download the app, and that's where you're going to be able to feed the birds and feed any of the animals if you're over in the different parts of the parks, all right?
Yep.
So look at
Alright.
this, look at this.
Hi, baby.
So what are we looking at right here?
Okay, so this is a superb starling, and that is one of the birds we're going to be feeding today.
It's a superb starling. Okay, we're gonna go and feed the birds right now. Hi. Hi. Oh, so cute.
So over here we have Maddie, who's our avian keeper of this exhibit.
Hi, Maddie. So, can you tell us a little bit about the diet of the starlings? What do you normally feed them?
Okay, so for the token feeding, we feed mainly the worms. So these are the worms. These are called super worms.
They're mealworms, right? Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah, so they're the bigger size of a mealworms lah.
Hi. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, free.
It's like a free for all, yeah?
Yes.
Come here, come here. Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to do self-service also.
They know.
Come here. One more here. Come here. So is this how the patrons will be able to feed the birds
Yes,
as well?
but aside from that, they will be using a stand lah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I'm special.
Very special. And then we have blueberries as
So
well.
do they eat the blueberries as well?
Yes, they do. So the blueberries are actually for the turacos. So the turaco is there, the one with the red crest on top.
What's a turaco bird called? Oh no, my God! I chased them all away.
If you want
Chase
to
them all
call
away.
them, I can call, but it sounds very loud.
Okay. Wow. So okay, any of the
Look,
birds
they're
want my
flying
berries?
around.
No. Hey, go up. He's so wary of me.
If you know worms lah.
Okay, let me give you a worm then. Hi. If you guys are squirmish to the worms, don't worry. If you guys are here, you're gonna get a little feeding stick that they're gonna jump on. Okay, so not an issue at all. Come over here, guys. Yeah. Hi. You don't trust me at all.
So these are the starlings that you are feeding. So the ones in front are called the red-winged starlings.
Red-winged starlings.
Yes. Although their wings not really that red lah.
That's so cute. Here, you can have the last one. That's so nice. It's so nice. What else can you tell us about the starlings? Are they native to which country are they native to?
They are native to Africa. So all the birds here are from Africa. Yeah, just different parts of Africa lah.
Wow, that's so cool. So we also see other birds as well. There's an African grey over there, right?
Yes, so we have parrots here, and then we got this bird over here. Oh, sorry. That's called a crested koa. So if you hold a worm and then it will fly to you.
Oh,
Yeah, but the nails are a bit sharp lah.
I felt it. But it was really cute.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got two of them here, and then obviously we have the hornbills as well. So they are generally smaller African species, but we do have a pair that is quite big, but currently not here yet.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so nice. Thank you so much for letting me feed your birds, and I hope that the rest of them get more food.
They will.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Alrighty, we're gonna move on to our next location. As we walk through the heart of Africa as well, we're gonna see how this whole space, how the whole area is really made to feel like we're right in the heart of Africa right now, okay? So we're over at the Nyongwe forest, and how do you guys feel? Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys dare to feed the birds? Would you be able to feed them holding the worms in your hand? Do you like it, Danny?
Oh, I don't mind the worms. Over time, I kind of get used to it.
Oh.
Yeah, initially I was a bit scared, of course, because it's something new, but I'm kind of used to it.
Everybody here is saying, somebody asked me, the question was, do birds get pedicures? Their talons are so sharp.
Oh my god, actually they give it to themselves. So they'll perch onto the branches and then they'll just like, buff it down. And I actually see someone very special over here in the heart of Africa. It looks... See...
Oh, what is that?
That's actually one of our very popular birds here, or mysterious bird. It's our shoebill.
Wow.
Yeah.
A shoebill. So a shoebill is also native to Africa.
Okay, for this guy, we actually for a pretty long time.
Okay.
Right? So, one thing very special about shoebill will have this very interesting call.
Okay.
And it kind of sounds like this. So, we're very curious and go to YouTube and find.
Can you give us an example? All right, as we leave the Nyongwe heart of Africa, we're going to be heading over to our next country, a place that I'm sure many Singaporeans love. It's a place with a little bit of, as I would like to say, charm to them. I know that we talked about this as one of your favorite places to go to as well.
It is. So actually, I miss going there. I can't wait to go there soon. So it's actually the theme is inspired by Bali. So if you guys
Bali.
love Bali,
All right,
you'll
so
look very familiar.
this is the next transition area. What is so special about this transition area?
Okay, so as you can see over here, this is another bird-related theme, which is the nest. So over here, we can talk about how there are different types of nests. And this particular transition hut is actually 2 floors. Yeah, so this is the first floor where everyone can rest, and our nest chairs over here, which is really comfortable.
So yet again, another place that we can sit down and enjoy
The aircon.
our air conditioning and a location of a transition area. But here's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do our first giveaway, okay? If you want to win yourself a pair of tickets to Bird Paradise, all you gotta do right now is comment down below a question that we've been talking about. It's very, very simple. How many walk-through aviaries are there in Bird Paradise, okay? Oh look, Danny's counting. She's giving you the answer right there. If you watch the hands, the answers right there. Comment down below right now, how many walk-through aviaries are there in Bird Paradise? Spam in the comments right now. Danny just gave you the answer. How many again? Just slowly count, slowly count. How many are there? Danny is out here helping you to try and make sure that you guys are able to answer. I'm gonna pick a winner at random. I'm gonna give you guys another 20 seconds. Spam it in the comments right now if you want to join us here in Bird Paradise. I'm giving away, and Mandai is giving away 2 pairs of tickets. This is gonna be your first pair. If you wanna bring your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your sister, brother, best place to come. It is such an amazing place. What's your favorite thing about Bird Paradise?
Oh, I would say it's how you were able to see, like it kind of bring you closer to wildlife. So yesterday I was walking around, and then I felt like I was in a very peaceful zone.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I
very
love
zen also. If your friends cannot make it, you can also come alone.
Wow! Come
Yes.
alone and find Danny. She'll bring you around and
can
tell you.
also.
She'll tell you all about Bird Paradise. Okay, we're gonna pick a winner right now. The question was how many walk-through aviaries are there right here in Bird Paradise, and this is how I'm gonna pick a winner, Danny. I'm gonna scroll at random.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is say stop.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna screenshot this, and I hope this works. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm scrolling.
Okay, stop.
Stop. How do I screenshot? Oh, I locked my iPad.
Okay, we're gonna try that one more time.
Okay, I'm going to try that one more time, sorry. I'm not great with technology, as you can tell. Okay, we're going to try this one more time, okay? I'm going to scroll. We have 99 new messages of who wants to win. How do I screenshot this again? Okay, ready?
Okay.
Say stop.
Stop.
Screenshot. Alrighty. Our first winner of this is going to be... Let's pronounce her name together.
Oh my god. I hope I don't butcher your name.
Sakura?
Sakura Fluffy Winkle? Winkle?
Sakura Fluffy Winkle, you are our winner. Do make sure that you're following Mandai Wildlife Reserve on TikTok. The Mandai team will get in touch with you. Thank you guys so much, but don't go anywhere. We're still giving away 1 more pair of tickets, but right now, what we're gonna do is go to our next country, which has a little bit of Balinese charm. I love this place. I know it's one of your favorite places
Yes,
as well.
it is.
A lot of Singaporeans love this place, so let's go over to Bali.
Yeah.
Again, guys, make sure that you're locked with us because we are still giving away 1 more prize, okay? Don't go anywhere. I love the fact that this whole area truly has its Balinese charm to it. Look at that Balinese lantern.
Yes.
Look at the Balinese hut.
Hut.
And I see a bird over there as well, resting right under the hut. Oh, 2!
Dude.
So what do we have there?
Those are our pigeons. We actually have quite a few of pigeons.
I hope I don't make it fly away though.
Oh, fingers crossed.
It's a pigeon? Hi. So these are obviously not the same pigeons that we see around the estates in Singapore and everything,
No.
right? So these are native to Bali?
We can find them in Asia.
We can find them in Asia.
in this particular aviary, which is called Quad Group's Wings of Asia, you can find all kinds of birds from all over Asia. And we'll be able to see one more resident here, which is technically not really from Asia. They're actually from Australia. Yeah.
So the other thing I noticed was that it's not just birds. I saw a squirrel running around just now as well.
Squirrels from Mandai, so it's okay. Squirrels from Singapore, Asia. Yeah.
All right, guys. So as we talk about being in a different country right here in Mandai, we're not just talking about the birds itself. We're going to point out something here that is very, 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 very familiar in Bali. Look at the rice terraces over there.
Beautiful.
It's so crazy. If you just don't move the camera right now and I stand here, right? It's as if we're in Bali,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? If you can't afford a ticket to Bali, come to Mandai Wildlife Reserve.
If you miss Bali, can just come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there also birds? I see birds along in the rice terrace as well.
So one thing special about the aviary here is that this is where we home most of our aquatic birds. If you see all the way to the far end over there, we also have our Australian pelicans.
Wow. So these huts as well are pretty cool. Somebody in the comment section actually is shouting out right now saying something about a spoonbill. What is that?
Oh, okay. So one of our rare species of spoonbills that we actually have here is our black spoonbills.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also have, other than that, we also have the world's most endangered duck species, which is the bear pochard.
Oh
If
wow.
I'm pronouncing it right.
That's really cool. So we really do have a lot of endangered species right here in Mandai
Yes.
Wildlife Reserve.
Right, but we have a fantastic team over here to take care and to repopulate them.
Okay, the other question I wanted to ask you, right? Since we're literally trying to feel like we're in Bali, these bamboo trees and all the trees, they're so different.
They're very different.
So
yes.
what is so special about these trees?
Okay,
though?
so most of the trees here are actually replanted from the secondary forest over here. And this is something I found out recently, that there used to be a fruit market over here.
What?
Yes, and it's quite a while back. And we also have some fruit trees over here, such as durian trees, rambutan, jackfruit trees also.
Wow.
So if you look closely enough, you'll be able to spot some of these fruits.
Wow,
that
okay.
the trees are buried.
So
yeah.
today we're not giving away fruits, but we are giving away tickets to Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Before we give away the second pair of tickets, if you guys have ever watched a TikTok live that I'm on, what we got to do right now is we have a lot of people here. I want you guys to spam the likes right now. We're going to try and get this live to 20,000 likes so that we can at least give away our second prize. It's going to be a while. So to everybody who has watched me on a TikTok live before, start spamming those likes to start the giveaway. But we're talking about feedings as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we're talking about how we're able to feed some of the birds and get up close and personal right here. And this is a bird that I wish I could feed.
Yeah, we should be my command. We'll try our best later.
We'll try our best. So tell me more about this bird that we're
Okay,
feeding.
so this is the Australian pelican here, and if you are familiar with the old Jurong Bird Park, we do have pelican feeding here as well in the new Bird Paradise. So we have them at 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. every day, and it may be a bit pricey compared to last time. There is an increase, which is $8 now, but it is the amount they pay is going to our conservation for the animals, such
Wow.
as their healthcare as well as the funding for their aviary as well.
So do make sure that when you guys
Okay.
purchase all this, it's done on the Mandai app itself. This is also part to help to try and reduce the carbon footprint, right?
Yes, that's
So
right.
if you guys are here, you can scan it to book a feeding session, but do make sure to download the Mandai app on your phone when you guys visit any of the parks inside Mandai Wildlife Reserve. So we're looking at this comments right now. Somebody just asked, is this in Singapore? This is in Singapore right here, but we feel like we're in Bali, and that's what we're trying to do right here, to take you around the world right here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Yes, this is Singapore. We've got a whole bunch of birds right there as well. They're feeding right now alone. What are these birds?
These are another kind of pigeons as well, the imperial pied pigeons. Yeah.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah, they're just having their nice breakfast over here. So in case you didn't know, during the first few weeks of opening in the bird paradise, we actually have a few people to name some of these birds, and then they are the ones that release them into the aviary.
Oh, so cute.
So if you're watching, can you find your
That's probably Chunjie somewhere there, right? Okay, guys, if you have any questions for Danny right now, please drop them in the comments. I will ask her, and hopefully she is able to answer your questions. And thank you guys for making this live reach 27.8k likes in like 2 minutes. Keep on going, don't stop, keep liking that live. We've got a lot of you inside here right now, so let's keep liking the live. If you've got a question, drop the questions in below. Somebody said, are there any birds from Singapore?
Are there any birds from Singapore? I think we do have quite a few, but they're scattered all over the aviaries. Yeah, so I believe some of them are in the Songs of the Forest, and some of them are also in the Amazonia jewels.
The next question that somebody asked is, what's your favorite bird here in Bird Paradise? A question that is a good one for you especially.
Yeah, I mean off guard there. I actually would say the hornbill actually.
Oh,
I
the
love
hornbill.
the hornbills, yeah. They're
Very
pretty
nice.
unique animals.
All
and
right.
birds.
So right now what you see is that we're walking up this stone path that again truly transports you right to Bali. Look at this little stone statue as well. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
whether or not
familiar
the
looking.
moss is part of the design, but
Over time it came
over
up.
time it comes. But this truly does make you transport yourself all the way to Bali. So if you want to get that experience of being in Bali right here in Singapore, the Bird Paradise is where you need to be. But we're walking to a place right now that I'm super excited, because we're going to be doing yet another feeding. Oh my gosh, Danny, tell me more about this feeding.
Okay, so earlier on you said you wish to feed a particular bird. right?
Yes!
So I did some magic, kind of. And we
Wow.
have
You
our...
just came at the nick of time.
Yes,
When you all
that's
coming up,
right.
you were like, okay,
They knew, they
Oh
knew.
my
So
goodness.
over here we have our Wings of Asia avian keeper, Rigel.
Hi, Rigel.
Hi.
All right, so if you guys don't know what we're doing right now, this is one of the most special things that I'm doing right now. If you look over there, those are the pelicans, right there. Oh my gosh. And guess what? I'm gonna be able to feed them today. So, do the patrons that come to Bird Paradise, right, do they also get to try and feed the pelicans?
Yes, correct. So actually we do have token feedings for the pelicans and in fact for most other species around the park over here. But generally speaking, in Wings of Asia, the pelican feeding is kind of like the highlight of the aviary. So especially when these guys in the morning, they tend to be a little bit more sleepy, a little bit more kind of drowsy. We have to kind of, as keepers, we kind of have to kind of get them interested and then get them a little bit hungry.
How do you get them interested?
So generally speaking, right, these two guys, so let me just introduce these guys to you. Okay, so the one on the left, okay, his name is Bruce, all right, and the one on the right is Gil. So Bruce is kind of like the really blur one of the group. He kind of doesn't understand what's going on most of the time. He comes down really just to kind of soak in the social aspect of eating, I suppose.
Is that Bruce?
Yeah, so the one that just came down and is usually swimming around. So Gil over here, the one that is approaching us right now, he's the smartest. Okay?
Wow.
He tends to be very smart. He understands when he's feeding, when he's hungry, when he wants to come down.
And
okay?
obviously now Gil is very hungry.
Yes, he is very hungry, but there is a catch to his smartness, okay? With a little bit of smartness comes a bit of mischievousness as well. So he requires you to kind of accurately throw to him.
Wow.
Okay? And the moment you don't do that, or the moment he's not able to catch it, he tends to get a little bit more grumpy. He starts to kind of like chase the other pelicans away.
Can I just say that Gil looks intimidating right now? He looks like Gil wants to attack me. Gil, your food is coming. Your food. Do we have only 2 pelicans here?
So we have 3. So the last one that just came down, right, is that little girl over there. So her name is Dory. Okay, so Gil and Bruce, right, they're about 13 years old, which is the kind of like a young to kind of middle age range. Dory is a very special bird because she's basically the oldest and she's the only female over here. So she's 21 years old.
Wow.
Okay, so if you kind of I guess translated to human age, right? She is kind of like in the 90s already.
Whew,
so
grandma.
Yeah, basically grandma, kind of like in the golden years already. So we usually will kind of keep an eye out for her because sometimes she tends to get a little bit more trouble trying to get down.
I understand.
Due to her mobility issues.
So here's the other thing that I want to ask,
Yes.
right? We see the food that the pelicans eat right here. What are these fish? What are the pelicans' diet?
So these guys, they are mainly carnivorous in terms of fish. So they usually eat fish. In the wild, they are known to eat crustaceans and kind of like smaller birds sometimes as well. But most of the time they do eat fish. So we have a kind of assorted fishes over here. So we have this one over here. Oh, I think the herons are getting a bit more chompy today. So this one we call it selayang. Okay, it's basically a really kind of like a sardine-ish kind of fish. It's kind of like fatty, and right now it seems to be Gil's favorite.
Okay.
Okay, they do change favorites from kind of season to season. And then this one over here is a little bit more rough and a bit more scaly. This one is actually well known. It's called tamban. You guys will know it from your nasi lemak dish. So this is the one that you usually see in your nasi lemak dish. This used to be the favorite when they first moved here.
Okay.
Okay. Nowadays, not so much.
Now they're getting spoiled for choice.
Basically,
because the people here in Mandai spoil their birds.
I mean, no choice. We
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right.
Okay. And then the last one over here, this one is another smooth variety. We call this pelaling. Okay, the Malaysians call it kembung. Okay, we know it as Indian mackerel.
Okay.
Okay, so what you guys can do now, you can actually start to feed them already. Let me just give a tamban for Gil over here. So all you need to do, okay, is just kind of get their attention. You can see Gil very raring to go. Okay, and then just kind of like let them do the job, let them catch it. All right. Usually, you can see because I feed him tamban, right? He's a little bit iffy on tamban right now. So what you can see him doing right now is he's actually tasting the food. Okay, so when they catch it, even though it kind of goes almost to their throat over there, they actually kind of move it out to the tips of the beak to test the kind of like the texture, the taste, and stuff like that.
What happens if I miss?
Okay, so if you miss and if they don't catch, okay, usually the fish just either drops to the ground or some of the other birds will eat. Okay, so you can see over here, we don't just have pelicans. So this guy over here kind of picking the leaves over here, even though there's no food there. He is a milky stock. We have about 10 of them over here, 10 adults and a few babies growing up already.
So that's Bruce, right?
Yeah, so this one is Bruce.
So what I do? Get Bruce's attention?
Yeah, you can kind of get Bruce's attention. You can see he's kind of blur. He tends to kind of, stare out into space. You can try to throw it to him.
Guys, do you think I'm going to get this? Comment yes or no. Do you think I'm going to get this? Okay. Go, Bruce.
There you go. No, but you see, Okay, no, he swallowed it. Okay, so sometimes, right, he will catch it, but after a while, he kind of loses interest and then he just opens his beak and then the fish just drops out. Okay, so we start to see the behavior, especially in Bruce, right, in the mornings when he isn't really kind of awakened.
Come on,
yet.
Dory.
All right.
Will Dory eat as well?
Yeah, Dory will eat as well. So
Dory.
you can kind of get her attention. There we go.
All right, Dory. Go, Dory. Yeah. Go.
There we go.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah, don't fight, don't fight.
So now you get to see a daily occurrence in this aviary. Gil is usually the kind of like the really witty one. He understands what's going on, and if he sees you feeding, basically any of the other two, he kind of gets a little jealous. He kind of gets a little bit agitated. He tends to kind of croak and starts to.
I'm trying to be fair here. Okay, I'm trying to feed everybody.
Okay. So you can start to see the smallest of the white color birds over here, the black-faced spoonbills. They're gathering at that grass area there. So what I'm gonna do, okay, is I'm going to reward them, or rather encourage them, okay, to participate in the feeding.
Oh, wow.
All right. So you can see they're really, really kind of almost aggressive in a way because the feeding area is relatively small for this amount of birds, and usually if it's this small, feeding aggression can happen. It's actually quite common. As long as they don't injure each other and as long as we kind of give them the food that they need, usually it's no issue.
So during the feeding times itself, right, when the patrons that come over to Bird Paradise,
Yeah.
they'll be able to feed all the birds that we see here today
Yes,
as well.
correct. Yeah.
All
so
right.
every of the birds that usually come down, okay, mainly the pelicans, the milky storks, black-faced spoonbills, and then these two guys over here, okay, there is a brown color bird over here and then a stripy kind of brown bird over here. These are the Nankin night herons, okay? So the smooth brown, the one with the smooth brown feathers, those are the adults. The one you see with the stripes, right, these are the babies. They're not more than 4 months old. So the reason why you see the adults kind of like keeping the distance is that they know.
Right.
That, humans are not, usually you don't want to be too close to them. The babies are still kind of learning what's dangerous and what's not dangerous because they were born in this aviary. So they kind of don't really know, where are the danger zones and everything like that. So they tend to be a bit more audacious in that manner. They tend to come a little bit closer and you can actually feed them as well.
So what times are the feeding sessions for these birds?
So for the pelican feeding and the waterbird feeding, we have 2 timings. So one is at 10 a.m., okay, every day, all right? And then the other one is at 4:30 p.m. So basically they have kind of like a brunch and a late or rather early dinner.
How do they get the patrons down to booking these?
So you can actually book it right at our Mandai app, okay? But if not, right, we actually have QR codes actually around the aviary over here that you guys can scan. Then it will just bring you to the booking page because we do have kind of like signs saying that you can feed these guys at the certain timing.
So from what I remember, I do remember that when I was here the last time, I tried to book it, but it ran out pretty quickly.
Yes. So generally for weekends, you can expect it to be pretty much sold out.
Okay.
Especially for mornings, usually within like 7.
But can you book it beforehand?
Yes, you can book it beforehand.
Okay, so that's the trick. We make sure that you're downloading the Mandai app, book your feeding sessions beforehand, and that's how you're going to be able to get your spot.
Yes, correct.
All right,
so
beautiful.
we do get people who book kind of like way in advance. But generally, I would say usually off-peak hours like the weekdays, I think it's safer to say that you can sometimes book it on the spot. But most of the time, weekends, I would advise you just go straight to the Mandai app. It gets booked out really fast.
Thank you so much for letting me feed your
No
amazing
worries,
birds,
guys.
and I'm so glad that I was able to, get the catch in for my first try as well. But again, please, goodbye Gil, goodbye Bruce, and Dory, please stay safe as well. Let's go to our next location. And again, thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for coming down.
Alrighty.
See you guys.
Sanitize your hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's some sanitizer here.
Got it. All right, let's go.
Thank you.
Next location. We're moving on to our next place right now. Now, this is going to be our next transition zone that we're going to, and I think, if I'm not wrong, this is a place that a lot of people are very excited to see.
I see what you did there. Very funny. Yeah, you guys should be very excited to see it, especially if you like eggs.
I love eggs, but not in the way that we're going to see here.
Yeah,
All right.
but-
But it's a pretty interesting location as we move to the next transition zone. And again, please make sure that you guys are with me on this live right now because we still have that pair of tickets to give away. We're at 56.4k likes right now. And I know I promised you at 20k we're going to give it away, but we had so much happening right here on this trip around the world in Mandai. So let's keep getting those likes up for all the people following, the people that have been with me. Keep liking.
Hello, this is something that I've never seen over here before actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so sometimes we do bring in new species of birds here every now and then. So sometimes we ourselves will be surprised by the new species.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I think he looks very comfortable.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You guys on the live right now, y'all little bird, so yes. All right, here we are at our next transition zone.
A very excellent place because of the aircon and the eggs.
Again, another location that we love because of the aircon. But this place, as I made the pun just now, I'll make it again, it's a very exciting place. Can you tell us why this is such an exciting location?
Okay, so over here, because a lot of people would, usually the eggs we see are like chicken eggs or duck eggs, you know, very common eggs that we see every day. So over here, we'll be able to see the different kind of pattern eggs or different kind of size eggs, and one of them will actually be this egg over here.
Okay, so what egg are we looking at here?
Okay, so the biggest one you see is the elephant bird egg, a bird that is actually bigger than the ostrich that we have right now. And the smallest one is the bee humming egg. So there is a different size, different variation of the
And I'm
eggs.
guessing that this is the elephant bird that we're...
Yes, this is a replica of the skeletal structure. So you can imagine how huge these guys are compared to the ostriches.
I wish I had that height. But the next thing that we want to talk about is this little comfy chair,
Yeah.
right? This is an egg chair, right?
A
That
very
you
excellent
can get
chair.
comfortable in.
Yes.
But yes, okay, what we're gonna do again is don't forget we're giving away yet another pair of tickets. So the live right now is at 61K. Let's not stop. Let's keep liking that live. But there's a lot of things that we can learn right here in this transition zone, right? It's not just about the eggs itself. We can see all the different patterns and different things that we can see there as well. The thing I love about the transition zones, it's not just about the aircon, but it's also the fact that you get to learn facts about this whole place right here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. And it is so fun to be around, okay? So again, as we're here, keep liking this live, stay with us. We still got another pair of tickets to Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Bird Paradise right here. If you want to join us here, find Danny. Make sure that when you come to the counter, say, I want Danny to bring me along.
Yes.
All right? Okay, so let's go. If you guys have any questions as well, please ask in the questions below. Somebody asked, is this a new section?
This is a new section in what sense?
Is this a new location in Bird Paradise?
Not really. So actually all these transition huts, right, are in between every walk-in aviary. So it's kind of like a resting area, a shelter area where people can take a break, because we do understand that the sun here can be quite harsh sometimes. So we do have people coming in here halfway and then they continue exploring the aviaries. Yeah.
The person asked, those are actually chairs? I didn't know that they were chairs. And is this in Bird Paradise itself? Yes, this is in Bird Paradise. We're taking you around the world right here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. And as we go to our next location, we're leaving this transition zone right now to show you a little bit more as we go around the world, okay? Oh, we gotta wait for this door to close. So this is the security that they have just in case the birds get caught inside, so that they don't get swapped to the next location as well.
Yeah.
So cute, the egg chair, yes. That
Quite
is true.
comfortable also.
Somebody said, oh, I thought this was a zoo. So this is not actually the zoo, this is Bird Paradise. It is a new location where they've taken over the Jurong Bird Park,
Yes.
right? Yes. As we move to our next location, I wanted to know more about you, Danny. What made you want to become a wildlife guide?
Okay, so initially when I first joined, I was actually in Jurong Bird Park's park operations. And because my full-timer there think that I can talk really well, or like they see that I like to interact with guests a lot, so they're like, why not join tours since you like to yap a lot? So I was just like, okay, why not give it a try, you know, because what I study is actually totally different. I'm actually a dancer.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just want to try something new, and I found myself liking this job.
Okay, so as a wildlife guide, right, do you actually get to work with any animals?
Oh, okay. So for my job, actually, we're kind of like the bridge between people as well as the animals, with alongside the keepers. So I would say I do interact with some animals. So some of them, they do kind of respond to me a bit.
Ooh.
If you're like,
Somebody actually asked, do the birds recognize their avian keepers?
yes, they do. So some of the birds, especially in the heart of Africa, they respond pretty well to their keepers, especially Maddie, because Maddie's been here with us for quite some time.
So here's a
Yeah.
fun fact, Danny. I know that you are a wildlife tour guide, but did you know that I too used to work in Mandai Wildlife Reserve?
Really?
I actually used to work in the Singapore Zoo. So this was when it was still called the Rainforest Kids World, and I used to work at the Animal Friends Show. Yes, which is now currently the new revamped Kids World, and this is a place that I hold very dear to my heart. So I was actually a keeper there for a while.
Oh,
So coming back here and doing this with you, it truly is just me feeling like, you know, a full circle moment coming back. But it is very different. It is a very different park right now.
Yeah.
And as we talk about different parks, right, this is a location that many, many people would like to come to, which is the MP Sky Theatre, right?
Yes, for our bird presentations. So previously in the bird park, we have 2 presentations that we call the Kings of the Sky as well as the High Flyer Show. But currently here in the Bird Paradise, we have renamed them and we have 2 shows. We have Predators on Wings as well as Wings of the World.
Wings of the World.
Yeah, so for Predators on Wing is where you can see our raptors such as our eagles, our vultures as well. And it was previously known as the Kings of the Sky.
So
Yeah.
I love seeing the eagles here, right? So what is the most exciting part about the Predators on Wing?
Oh, I would say, okay, it's been a while since I watched, I'm so sorry. But from what I remember, you'll be able to see a lot of our different kind of vultures.
Oof.
And some of them will actually be flying all around you.
That is so cool. That is so
Yeah.
cool. So if you do want to get up close and personal with that, make sure you do that. How do you go about going for the show? Do you have to book it as well, or is
Okay,
it?
so in the past, we do have to book it for Bird Park, but over here, you just have to walk in. But I just let you guys know, especially on the weekends, it can be quite crowded. So if you want to secure yourself seats, please come by earlier.
What times are the shows?
Okay,
Or
so
the presentations?
for the presentations, it's better to come 15 minutes before. So for example, there are one in the afternoon at 12:30 and some is at 2 p.m. as well.
All right, so 12:30 and 2 p.m. And the other thing I want to talk about is this place that I truly want to play in as well. It's called the Treetop Play. Look at it, it's so much fun. And I know for a fact that this place is special for a very simple reason. Because parents, you can come with your kids, leave your kids here, and go over to the back.
It's my second favorite place in the bird park. So this is the food central area. So if you like hawker foods, right, that is where you can find the nice chicken rice, the mini wok. You also got Japanese cuisine inside.
So,
Very nice.
if you're coming with your kids, this is the place to be. If you're getting a little bit tired, leave your kids in there, head on over behind, enjoy some food, enjoy some coffee. Let your kids tire themselves out so that when you go home, you get to rest, okay? But let's to our next location again. We're going to be doing our second giveaway really soon, and I know I promised it to you guys a while back, and I'm not kidding. We're going to be doing this second giveaway. Let's spam the likes again. We're at 71.1k. Let's try and get it to 100,000 likes. If we do that, we'll start the giveaway immediately. But what is this next location that we're going to? What is the next country that we are visiting?
So we're going to take you guys all the way to Latin America. We're going to enter the Hong Leong Foundation Crimson Wetlands.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hong Leong Foundation Crimson Wetlands. This is part of Latin America. So this is a sign that you will see if you want to head on over to the Crimson Wetlands, which is going to be past this area. So if you're over at the Sky Amphitheater, just walk straight. You'll see the sign. It will go there. Let's go. Somebody here says, please tell her that she's very pretty.
Thank you.
Spam the likes right now. We're going to get this live to 100,000 and we'll give away our second prize. If you guys have any questions right now, drop it in the comment section. We'll ask Danny in just a little bit. So this is the next transition zone. As we enter, we're going to let the door. All right. So, oh, by the way, this is one of my favorite birds, the cassowary.
Ooh.
I love the cassowary.
I actually have it here, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
So, before we continue, we're going to answer some of the questions on this TikTok live right now. The first question was, what is this live about? So this is a new episode, a new series that we're doing around the world in Mandai with me, Avery. And I'm going to be bringing you around the different areas in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Today, we're starting with Bird Paradise, and I've got Danny with me, my wildlife tour guide, sharing a little bit more about Bird Paradise with you. We've experienced 2 countries so far. We've been to Bali and we've been to Africa. Right now, we're going to be going to our next country, but before that, we are in a transition zone yet again. What is the special thing about this transition zone, Danny?
As you can see, we are surrounded by different colors. So over here, we talk about different colors that our feathered friends have. So we have examples of like blue, we have grey, we also have pink, which is where Crimson Wetlands is targeting the color for.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring you to see something pretty interesting.
While Danny brings us there, don't forget to spam the likes. 100,000 will do our second giveaway. I know you guys can do it. We're at 86. Double tap the screen. Let's go.
Yeah. So if you see over here, we have a very pixelated looking mural over here. But if I bring you even closer, right, you actually can see the different, like the color areas. You can see our different feathered friends.
Look at that. It's actually little pictures. It's a mosaic
Yeah.
of different birds. That is so crazy. I love that they get so up close and personal with all the different birds.
That's right.
And again,
Different parts of the birds.
if we come back out from that picture, what you're going to see is the whole picture of a scarlet macaw, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that's right.
It's a scarlet macaw.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it is so amazing. We're at 93.8. We just need to hit another 6,000 more. I know you guys can do it, and we're going to be giving away the second prize, okay? So let's take a seat right now. Let's get under, would you like to be under a blue light or a red light? Let's get under a red light. Let's get under a red light. All right, 96.7, we're going to be giving away our second pair of tickets. Honestly, this might better side. We're going to be giving away our second pair of tickets right now. So we've been talking about this non-stop. We're finally at 100,000 likes right now. So we have a question for you, and we've been talking about this non-stop since we first got here. Are there feeding sessions in the bird paradise? True or false? Just got to drop down the comments, true or false. Are there feeding sessions that happen right here in bird paradise? Answer the question, true or false. Now, I love the transition zones, and I know that this may be a place that's a little bit, I would say, overlooked, because in the bird paradise, everybody talks about, you know, being in the space of the birds.
Correct.
But this transition areas, they truly do give you a whole sense of understanding and knowledge of the bird paradise. What is your favorite transition zone?
Oh, actually, I would say my favorite transition zone is the feathers, the first one that we visited. Because over there, not a lot of people will actually know or understand the purpose of birds having feathers. And it's something that is, like you said, it's meant to be overlooked as well. And when I first came here to the bird paradise, I was very happy to know that there's actually an area where guests can actually know more about the birds. Yeah.
So how many transition zones do we normally have? Do you
We
know?
have about 11 transition zones.
11.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so when you guys are here at Bird Paradise, do make sure to take the time, walk through the transition zones, and really learn and understand more about the birds that we have here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve in Bird Paradise. But right now, though, let's give away our prize. The question was very simple. Are there feeding sessions here at Bird Paradise in Mandai Wildlife Reserve? We're going to pick a winner right now. Again, Danny, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to scroll, and I want you to say stop at any given moment, and we're going to pick our winner.
Okay, stop.
Alrighty, who is going to be taking home this next pair of tickets? Oh my gosh, it's the same person. Alright, the person who's going to be taking home this is going to be the Glutton Cat. The Glutton Cat. If that's your name on TikTok, congratulations, you have won our second giveaway, a pair of tickets to Bird Paradise right here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. And the answer is true. There are actually feeding sessions right here in Bird Paradise, and not just in Bird Paradise, all around Mandai Wildlife Reserve.
Yes, across the other 3 parks as well.
Alright, so if you guys want to feed the animals, get up close and personal, make sure you download the Mandai, is it called the Mandai Wildlife app?
Mandai, if you go on App Store, you can just type in Mandai, it will come out the app. It's
So
the
go-
green color logo.
Go on there and make sure that you're a friend of Mandai as well. I am.
yes.
I am. So if you are as well, make sure that you're there. Let's go to our final country that we're going to visit right now. A place that I've never been to.
You've never been to?
I've never been to. I would love to visit one day.
Yes.
But hopefully we get there soon, okay? Hopefully we get there soon. So this is the Hong Leong Foundation Crimson Wetlands. Are you guys ready to see the first animals that you will experience when you walk through this park? Now, I will say this to you. Before you even see these animals, you will definitely smell them first.
Yes,
And-
because of the food that they eat.
Because
Yeah.
of the food that they eat. But I will say this to you, I absolutely love these animals. To the people who have been at Bird Paradise before, comment down below what you think the bird is. If you don't know it, guess. Okay, I'm going to show it to you in just a little bit. Okay, we're not going to show it to you yet. We're going to walk up the stairs. I'm going to get my cameraman up just in case. All right, we're going to stand here. Comment down below what you guys think the birds are. We're getting a lot of the right answers already. Somebody said, I don't know, but we got a lot of answers. You guys seem very excited to see this bird. So am I. You guys are absolutely correct. Let's say hi to the flamingos right here in the Crimson Wetlands. Now, I love flamingos, right?
Really?
I think flamingos are such interesting animals for multiple reasons. The first one is that a lot of people don't know that flamingos are not actually really pink, are they?
Yeah, that's right. So for flamingos, actually across all their species, they're actually born white or grey in color, and they already get the pink color pigmentation through the food that they eat, such as shrimp, fish, and even algae. And they have this component called beta carotene that the flamingos are able to break down and digest it.
So here's the other thing I wanted to ask you, right? Flamingos do this all the time.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so you know how like when we are sleeping, we tend to put one leg out of the blanket.
Yeah.
It's to reduce like the heat, right? So you kind of like make ourselves feel comfortable. So the same thing that the flamingos are doing, they're trying to reduce the heat loss.
That's actually
Yeah.
such a great analogy to explain it. You know, I love the fact that it's you explain the way of the blanket. Everybody here will understand it as well. Now, I could take the time to count, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. So my
too.
question is, how many flamingos does Bird Paradise actually have?
Okay, so we have two different species. So we have the Caribbean flamingos, otherwise known as the American flamingos. And we also have the greater flamingos that you can find in the heart of Africa. So I won't have an exact number, but I'll say we have almost 50 to 60 flamingos.
Almost 50 to 60.
Yeah.
So we've got a comment right here below. Somebody asked, can flamingos fly?
Oh, yes, they can.
Wow.
They can actually fly. So if you're lucky enough, right, our flamingos here, they're very blessed. Okay, so for flamingos to fly, they actually need like a flight path, right? So you know how airplanes, they need like some time to take off? Same thing for flamingos. They actually need a very long stretch of path to slowly take off.
All
So
right.
over here in the Crimson Wetlands, they actually blessed there. You can see all the way to the back. Sometimes in the morning, or even to evening, the keepers did told us before that they actually saw some of the flamingos flying.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to spot them.
So somebody else asked, why do they chat so much?
Ah, it's a form of communication. You can see right now they're just bickering away. And most of the time, it's just a way, it's more of a communication thing for them. Yeah.
So as we start moving along, we have another question right here. Somebody actually got to ask this question to me. Somebody dropped in the comments below saying, is the sound behind a waterfall?
Ah, yes.
So as we start walking through the Hong Leong Foundation Crimson Wetlands, we're going to be seeing different parts of this location, right? And let's talk a little bit about it. I know that we're talking about the sound and it's really, really loud, but we'll get to that in a little bit, okay? But before we do that, I want to talk about one of the birds that I used to work with as well in the Animal Friend show, and it's one of the scarlet macaws right here.
Hello!
So these are scarlet macaws. I think they are some of the most beautiful birds. The macaws in general are super, super pretty, and there is going to be a... Oh, wait, give me a second. There's a bird right there. What is that?
Minding his business. So this is actually our southern screamer.
What is it?
Southern screamer.
A southern screamer.
Yeah.
Its feet look very scary. I will say that. Its claws look very...
It's easier for them to walk on the ground. So if you ever visit one of our other transition hike, we also talk about the feet of the birds.
Wow.
So this is easier for them to be in the water, so it gives them a good balance. Because in some waters, they are not like quiet, they're not still, right? There's like flowing water. And this gives them enough grip into the soil in the water to give them a stability.
So I wanted to ask you a question as well about the macaws, right? Do you have any times that there are like a macaw presentation?
Oh yes, we actually do have it here. There's actually a little hut in the Crimson Wetlands where we have a keeper chit chat. So it happens daily at 12 p.m.
Oh.
And it's a good place for you guys to actually see the macaws up close, and you can also snack on the little walnuts that the keeper will give them.
That's so cute.
It's very cute. It's like little hands and little...
So how...
Six.
6 different species.
Yeah, and there's more. Over here there's about 6. Yeah.
How many species are there in the world, do you know?
I don't really remember. My
Putting
brain
Danny
is...
on the spot. We got a lot of
too many
questions
info.
about you actually. If you're a full-timer, if you're okay, but make sure you find Danny when you're over at Bird Paradise, okay? So right now though, what we're doing is, if you hear the sound, I know people are complaining about the lag and about the audio. We're sorry. We're gonna make sure that we're trying our best to make it work right now. But if you guys are hearing the sound, that is the sound of the waterfall. Now, this waterfall, I know it holds a lot of heritage and it holds a lot of history behind it. So can you tell us a little bit more about the waterfall before we get closer?
Okay, so the waterfall here very nicely, and it stands over 20 meters high.
20 meters?
20 meters. Yeah. So where this concept actually came from is back in the Jurong Bird Park, we used to have a man-made waterfall as well. And it's called the Jurong Falls. And you can find it in the Waterfall Avery, where Crimson Wetland is kind of similar in a sense. And because we wanted to take a piece of Jurong Bird Park with us, we decided to bring it over here.
Somebody asked, is this the Jurong Bird Park waterfall?
Oh, kind of.
It's kind of paying homage to the waterfall
Yeah,
back
it's like
there.
paying tribute to it.
So is it the same height or?
Same height.
Same height. So essentially, it is bringing Jurong Bird Park right here to Mandai. Let's get a little bit closer to the waterfall because there's something there that is also a very big photo opportunity. And I know that in this day and age, photo ops are a very important thing. So let's show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's come right over here. All right, there we go. This is the spot that I'm talking about. Danny, would you like to join me inside this boat?
Sure.
So this little boat, this little sampan, is a very, very nice location for you to take a picture because this is a place where you're right in front of the waterfall. It is amazing, it is gorgeous. Take a screenshot of Danny and I if you guys want to. That's essentially the gorge. And look at that, the birds flying around your head. Somebody actually asked, are those ducks?
Ducks, we do have ducks here.
The ducks as well?
Yeah.
So make sure that you guys are here at Mandai Wildlife Reserve, the bird paradise. This is an amazing spot. Now another question that I wanted to ask, right, is does the water actually get recycled?
Yes, it does. So we actually have a rainwater collection system here in the bird paradise where we collect the rainwater, we harvest it, and then it will be pumped through the system over here. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, some of the waterfall's water will actually go all the way down to the entrance waterfall that you'll be seeing once you enter the bird paradise.
So it kind of like it's like a recyclable.
It's like a very big
wow.
recyclable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody else asked, I know that there's a tunnel behind the waterfall. Do you guys want to go and see the tunnel? Let's go. Let's bring you guys to behind the tunnel right here. And make sure that when you guys are here, be safe. Yeah, it's kind of wet, so don't jump. Be safe. Be safe. All right. As we move forward, we're gonna show you what it's like behind this waterfall. Taking you through the whole Crimson Wetlands right here. It is amazing. It's such a beautiful place.
Yes.
So this location is meant to mimic Latin America, you're saying?
Yes. And also, if you notice, right, this is actually one of the aviary that does not have a central beam that supports the structure. So it's all stretched out.
So it's like an open space kind
yes,
of location.
so because we wanted to prioritize the birds' ability to fly. That's why you can see more of the birds flying over here.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to as well, we're not going to go there, but if you want to, there's a path that you could actually walk right here. This is another path that you could walk through if you want to get closer to the waterfall. But what we're going to show you is we're going to show you behind the waterfall in this little tunnel that everybody's talking about. Where is this bird paradise? It's gorgeous. Somebody's asking.
Oh, I like that you like it.
Yeah, so bird paradise. Oh, I'm afraid that you might not be able to hear me right now. So as you can tell, this location is very loud. It's very, very loud because we're right by the waterfall. So if you look here, this is essentially so loud, but yet another very picturesque spot for you if you want to get it in there. Oh wow. Okay, we're going. It's incredibly loud and like it gets very wet, pretty laggy as well. Somebody's saying, yeah, it's so loud.
Yeah. If you like
Somebody
Adventure Cove and you miss Adventure Cove, you also can come here.
So to answer the person's question as to where this bird paradise is, it is right here in Mandai Wildlife Reserve. We've got 3 parks, right? We've got bird paradise, we've got
Singapore Zoo, we have the River Wonders as well as the Night Safari.
oh, so that's 4 parks actually,
4
correct
parks,
myself, yes. 4 massive parks that you guys could actually go and visit. Now before we move on, these are birds that are really bright in color, the Scarlet Ibis,
yes,
right?
these guys are really pink.
So it's hard to see actually. Let's get the shot from here.
We can see over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about these Scarlet Ibis.
Okay, so these guys are also pink because of the food that they eat, similar to the flamingos. So when they are born, they're actually dark grey in color, and they slowly become really pink. And this is not the only species of ibis that we have. We also have the bog ibis in the heart of Africa that we saw earlier on.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's so amazing. So look at the comments right now. People are saying that I need this, I want to come here. And again, if you guys want to make sure that you guys are over in, you are going to see this whole space, we've only shown you 3 different countries right here in Bird Paradise. There are so many other places that you can visit. Again, 8 different zones, right?
8 different zones, and there's 5 more zones. So we have the Shaw Foundation Australia Outback. We have the Ocean Network Express Penguin Cove. We also have Amazonia Duals. We also have Lorry Loft. So we have another feeding as well.
Wow.
And also, I think I'm forgetting one thing.
Don't worry, show.
Songs of the Forest. That's
Songs
right.
of the Forest.
Yeah.
So all the amazing places that you can actually visit right here in Bird Paradise. and it has been such an adventure. Again, to everybody that has been on this live, thank you guys so much. We've had so much fun. And look at this amazing location right now. All the birds right behind you. The scarlet macaws are there as well. You can get so up close and personal to the animals and all the birds right here in Bird Paradise. Again, it really brings you all around the world. It is so much fun. And what are some of the rarest birds that we have here in Bird Paradise, by the way?
We have quite a few. So one would be the Philippine eagle, an endangered bird. We also have, let me think. The Sound Screamer is one of them.
Okay.
Okay, so for the macaws, although they look pretty common, they are also endangered birds as well.
I guess we're talking about a shoebill as well.
The shoebill, very important.
The shoebill is a very important one as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah, I can't really remember. I can't really name all of them as well. Yeah.
Somebody said, thank you so much for the wonderful live show. We can't wait to visit. Yes, when is the next live? That's a good question actually, because this is a part of a whole series as a... This is a part of a whole series that we like to call Around the World in Mandai. And yes, we're going to be doing another live, but not here in Bird Paradise. We're actually going to be doing it somewhere else. But to the people who did win the tickets today in the giveaway, the Mandai team will reach out to you. Don't worry. Just make sure that everybody here is following Mandai Wildlife Reserve on TikTok. And it's been so much fun. Danny, again, a huge thank you. Everybody loves you on this live. Everybody's saying that you're so knowledgeable and everything like that. Yes, please make sure to go and follow Danny. Visit Bird Paradise. Make sure you download the Mandai app as well, because that's where you're going to be able to get your feedings. That's where you're going to be able to get all the show timings, and your maps are there as well.
That's right.
So everything you need all in one app. Again, it's been such an amazing time. We visited Africa, Bali, and now we're right here in Latin America. It is so much fun. We brought you all around the world right here at Bird Paradise. But we'll catch you again for our next episode. Again, a huge thank you to everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.